join my Discord server. I had to say that the first part of the video or else I thought people wouldn't hear it. But yeah, I now have a Discord server and it's a place for all things Minecraft creations, like textures, builds, skins, obviously, and also like content creators like streamers and YouTubers. So you should totally go join there. There'll be a link down in the description. And yeah, it'll be great. And today we are taking a look at how to make ears and tails for Minecraft skins. I hope you learned something and please do enjoy. Alright, first up is going to be cat ears, but these actually also double as wolf ears if you believe hard enough. So first we're going to get our palette situated as always, and for this one you're going to need two different palettes. The first one with 3 colors and the second one with 2 colors. And I'll show you why you need those palettes in a second. What should I do? I guess I'll do like a brown. I don't normally do, you know, browns or grays or anything for my colors in the videos here, but I will be doing that this time. So first one is over here. Oopsies. And this is gonna be like the outside of the ear, but on the inside, there's going to be another color. It can either be much darker than your first one or much lighter. Like for example, a lot of the times I'll do like a white outer ear and then I'll have like a pink inside, something like that. So for this one, let's see, I'm going to go with like a lighter color over here, like a tan, something like that. All right, first we are just going to get the outline situated, and this one is very simple. All you got to do is draw 3 pixels on either side of the head like that. Have a little diagonal coming down here, and that's it. I guess we can do the inside now too, and you just fill in these 2 pixels right here. Again, very simple. That is the outline. Now going back to this outer shell, you can pick up your darkest color, and in the very corners, place 1 pixel right there. You can pick your lightest color, your second lightest color, and outline it just like this. So this is going to be your lightest color, and that's the only pixel of it. For the inside, you can take your darker color and put it at the top. And that is it, except for the outer layer and wrapping it around the head. I've talked about this many different times, but whenever you have outer layer or inner layer actually on one side of a limb, like you have something right here, that's not necessarily like a pants or anything, like it's an accessory. Like if you have like a little rose right here, sometimes I do that with flowers on skins, you should wrap it around and also continue it right there. So we will be doing that here too. So you can just take whatever colors you already have on the very outside, like your second darkest here, and wrap it around. Take your darkest and wrap it around, also on the top. And this one right here, and repeat on the other side. And now time for the outer layer. All you're gonna do for the outer layer is take your second darkest color. You're gonna put it right here, right here. Make sure you wrap it around on both sides. And then you can also take your lightest color right here. And you are left with these little triangle-y thingies like that. If you want, some people like to do it like this, which is also perfectly fine, but I generally like to do it like this more. And that is your completed cat ears / wolf ears. Actually, if you want wolf ears, it might look a little bit better if you do it like that, something like that. Maybe with this color. I don't really know. I don't really like make wolves that much, but you can play around. That kind of looks like dog ears right now. So definitely play around with that to adjust it however you'd like. Alright, for this next one, we're actually going to be on the side of the head for the fox ears here. So we can go ahead and turn that around. And we are going to need the same thing, like the 2 separate color palettes as the cat ears, except that for each of them, we're going to need 3 colors. So I will go ahead and pick some now, and you do that too. Alright, and I have them right here. So first we're going to do the outline, and this is the face of your skin. We're going to be working on this side, like almost towards the back, right over here. So on the very top right corner, you are going to draw 3 pixels right there, and then make it like a little L thing right here. And then diagonally from the bottom and the top, you can add 1 pixel just like that. And that is the outer outline. Then for your inside color that you picked, you can take your lightest one and fill in these 4 pixels right here. We'll actually stay on the inside right now. You can take your darkest one, add it most to the top right, take your second darkest, and then just add 2 pixels diagonally like that. Moving back to the outline here, you can take your darkest pixel and just add one right there. Oops, then you can take your next darkest, add one to the left, and both two down. And that's it. Now we're going to try for the outer layer. You can use this darkest pixel right here, and you can also do the second darkest right here, and the lightest right there. So it should look like this. You should have 5 pixels outlined. And that's it. We're going to wrap it around now, and make sure you do the other side too, like over here. I'm not going to show it, but yeah, do that. When you wrap it around, make sure just with the cat ears, you take the colors that are already there and just move them to the sides that are surrounding it. We will do the same thing with the outer layer. So you're going to take these 2 pixels, this one and this last one right here. So it should look like this. The end. Pretty easy. Alrighty, last up for ears, we have bunnies. And this is actually going to go on the very back of the head, so make sure you turn over there. And this one's probably the most complicated out of the 3, but it's still not going to take very long. So we're going to have the 2 separate palettes again, but for the outer part of the ear, you're going to need 3 pixels, and for the inner part, you're only going to need 2 colors. I'm going to go with the classic white, and I will see you when I have that palette done. Alright, when you've got your colors, you can, starting from the very back of the head, this is the back, you can just go all the way up like this, and we're going to be working back here. So that your face is over here in the front, we're going to be working back here towards the back. And you can essentially just make rectangles on the side that are 4 by 3, just like this. And then we're going to continue the outline down here. You could drag that line all the way down except for 1 pixel. And at the very bottom, you're just going to add one in the middle to create a little triangle like that. Then you're going to do the same outline, but doing the wraparound over here. Make sure you get the bottom too. Don't forget this pixel right here. And then we can take our other colors, our other palette. You can take the lightest one and fill in the middle part right here. Once you've done that, you can take your white palette or whatever color you have. You can take the darkest color, and you're going to fill in these 4 pixels right here. Then you can take your next lightest color, and you're going to fill in all these pixels on the top right here. You can flip the head over to get to the very back side, and you're just going to continue that for 1. And now might be a good time to fill in the sides as well, just with the colors that you've already placed. Alright, now we're going to unevenly shade here. So what I mean by that is, towards the center of the head, like over here, on this side of the ear, you can place 2 pixels, starting from the bottom. And on this side, you can do 3. And also this bottom one right down here. Make sure you fill in the sides with the same color you've already done, wrapping it around. And then we will be working on the inside. You can take your darker pink color, whatever color you have, and draw 3 pixels right here. And if you go up, you can draw 3 pixels on the top, right like that, and then also 1 at the very top of the back side. For the outer layer, if you move over here to the top, you can do everything that is the second lightest color right here. So just don't get those dark pixels right there and leave the center alone. When you flip back, you can do these ones as well right here, so you're looking like that. Make sure you get the sides as well. Alright, for the outer layer on the top, you can select your second lightest color and just do that color, but leave out these very last pixels right here. So it should be looking like this on both sides. Make sure you get the sides as well. And when you flip to the very back side, you can take your lightest color and outline everything that is there. Make sure you get the sides. And we're looking like this so far. Finally, this one very last pixel on the bottom right here. And make sure you wrap that around. These might have been a little bit extreme colors, like I might have wanted to make this lightest white color here a little bit darker, but you get the idea. Feel free to play around with the palette however you want, but this is the shading that I use. I have everything here for the bunny. I'm going to show you the bunny tail first. And we're only going to need 4 colors for this, so you should take your outer color of the ear and just add 1 more. You can be darker or lighter, whatever you want. Then, starting at the back of your person, you are going to migrate towards the bottom of the torso and count 2 pixels up to draw 2 pixels like that and 2 on top to create a square. My bad, sorry, you should actually be using your lightest color, so fix that if you need to. And then surrounding all sides, you're just going to draw 2 pixels just like this. Oh my god, I'm so bad at shapes. And that is going to be your outline. Then you can take your darkest color, and at the bottom right, you can draw 2 diagonal pixels like that. Take your next lightest color, and we're gonna do kind of what I call like a moon shape, so it's probably not a good description. Just add 4 pixels like this and also 1 coming out from the middle. And why I call it a moon shape is because it kind of looks like a crescent moon, counting these darker ones, just envision the white ones not being there, and it's kind of like a moon. Then you can take your next lightest color, and with the 4 light ones you have left, you're just going to leave the middle empty. And that's going to be your shape. Now for the outer layer, pretty simple. All you're going to need to do is take your second lightest color and outline those 4 pixels like that. You can get that lightest one in there as well. Then you can take the darkest color, add those 2 there, and also this one right here as well. So it's like a diagonal, almost like long bow tie shape. And that's it. The end. Next is our foxtail. For this one, you will be going to the back, looking at the torso area, and you will also be needing 2 different palettes, 1 lighter, 1 darker, or just different colors. And for each of those different palettes, you're going to need 3 shades. Alright, starting from the bottom of the center, going 1 up, you can place 2 of your lightest color, 1 of your shades down here. To the left side, you can place 2 pixels like that, and to the right side, you can place 2 pixels like that. Then in the middle area here, you can create a little backwards L like this, just filling in those 3 pixels. Then moving on to your other palette, you can also select your lightest color here, and going off the right side, you can add 1 pixel right above and diagonally like that. And then over here, you can just fill in this L like the opposite way. For this color down here, you can take your darkest and add 2 pixels right there. Moving on to your next lightest colors, you can fill in both of those right there, both of these right here, and both of these right there. That's it for that part, and for over here, you can select your darkest color and fill in these 2 pixels. Take your next darkest color and fill in these 2 pixels. And that is going to be the inner layer. Alright, for the outer layer, you can take your lightest color right here, add those 2 pixels, just the same as what already on the inner layer. You can take your second lightest middle color and add those 3 pixels. Then you can take these colors and fill both of them in, and then fill this one in as well, and that one up there. So that's what it should look like. Little circle-y thing with 1 stray pixel over there. And that's the end of your foxtail. This might look a little bit weird since the colors I chose, but I promise it'll look great when you do it. And the most complicated, but don't worry, it'll be fine, is the wolf tail. We will turn to the back, and same thing, we're going to need 2 different palettes, but each of these are going to need 5 different shades. So you get that set, and I will do the same. Alright, you can take your lightest color, whatever you want the non-floofy part to be. We can move down, and we're actually going to start with the same exact shape as the bunny tail, which you may or may not remember. I know it's been quite a while. Starting from 1 up from the bottom, you can add 2 pixels right there, and then we're just going to create like a little snowball shape like that. Directly to the right of this pixel, you can add something like that, and then go 1, 2, 3 up on the side, and 1 to the left right here. This looks weird now, but I promise it'll be great. Then directly above this pixel, you can add 2 just like that. And then you can fill in everything here except for that 1 pixel right there. So it should look like this so far. I know, kind of weird shape, don't worry. Then starting from this little hole over here with your other palette, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 down like that. To the left, you can do the same 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll add 1 pixel right to the left, skip 1, and then go 1, 2, 3. And that is going to be the outline of your wolf's tail. Now we are going to go into the shading. So, halfway there. First we can start all the way down here and add 3 pixels there. Then we're going to skip 1 diagonally, and then add this little like crescent-y shape like that. Grab your next lightest color. Alright, this might seem a little bit random, but bear with me. With your next lightest color, you can add 3 pixels right there, 1 right there, one right at the bottom, one right at the bottom, one at the top right there, and one right there. Then you can take your next lightest color, add one pixel right there, one right there, and then two diagonally right there. Finally, you can take your second lightest color and just go straight down, 3 like that. And doesn't that look so pretty? It looks really pretty. I like the colors I chose too. Moving on to the floof part. You can take your darkest color right here, and in this long streak right here, just add 2 at the bottom, and then 1 over here. Then on top of each of these, you're just going to add 1 pixel with the next lightest color. Then you're going to switch colors again, and add 2 little diagonals just like that. And also 1 up here. Finally, with your second darkest color, you're just going to add 2 like that, so your very lightest remains right there. And that is your beautiful wolf tail, minus the outer layer, which, don't worry, we're getting to it. Alright, let's start with the floof part for the outer layer. In this row right here, you're going to add 3 pixels. All of them except for the top one, so it should look like that so far. And then also this one out here off to the right. Down here in this little original snowball square, you're going to fill in all 4 of these pixels. And then you can fill in the 2 going up diagonally to the right, and this light one up here. Then these 3 pixels right here you can fill in also. Should look like that so far. And then on either side you can add this pixel and this pixel all right here, the same color. So that is what your outer layer is going to look like. And congratulations, you have finished your wolf tail, the hardest part of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed and learned something. Again, please do join my Discord server, the link will be in the description, or apply to be a mod. There will also be a Google form in the description. I'll see you guys later. Bye!